the morning sun where the flowers bloom, colors burst like a painter's dream come true. Roses red and violets blue, every petal whispers something new. From tiny seeds to trees so grand, every leaf and bird, it's all at hand. Hello, hello plant, welcome to the show, where every flower tells a story. Watch them grow. Hello, hello plant, in every shade and hue, for every heart and every hand, we've got something for you. Indoor greens and outdoor scenes, design your space, let your garden dreams glide. Personal touch with our garden design, free sessions to blend within your budget line. From tiny seeds to trees so grand, every leaf and bird, it's all at hand. Hello, hello plant, welcome to the show, where every flower tells a story. Watch them grow. Hello, hello plant, in every shade and hue, for every heart and every hand, we've got something for you. Now everybody, let's say hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello plant, welcome to the show, where every flower tells a story. Watch them grow. Hello, hello plant, in every shade and hue, for every heart and every hand, we've got something for you. Indoor greens and outdoor scenes, design your space, let your garden dreams glide. Personal touch with our garden design, free sessions to blend within your budget line. From tiny seeds to trees so grand, every leaf and bird, it's all that.
Hello, hello. Welcome to our garden holiday project sale. And what we've done, it's our grower direct flash sale where we've gone out to the grower and we've got fabulous deals for you. And so if you're planning a garden project this holiday season, and lots of people are, we've been very busy the last couple of weeks because lots of people are doing their own garden projects. So if you're planning a garden project for this holiday season, what we've done is we've gone out to the growers and we've got over 100 really good smart deals for you to put together to do your garden holiday project. And not only that, we've got free garden design. So if you wanted to work out how to incorporate these plants into your garden, we've got free garden design. And over most of Victoria, we've got free delivery when you spend over $399. So spend over $399, get free delivery and a free and you can get a free garden design, and you can get and over 100 good specials. And so with these specials, you've got trees, you've got hedges, you've got windbreaks, you've got everything that you need to do a great garden. So you can get in there and you can do a fabulous garden for this holiday, and you do your garden holiday project on the cheap. So on the cheap for your garden holiday project. Now, and to give you an example of the sort of things that we've got, have a look here. These ones here are called Bidens, and look at the size of this. Now I reckon if you went down to your local Manning's Hardware, a big bushy flowering plant like this, it costs you $22, $22.90, something like that. So if we had these for $15, you'd reckon you're on a good wicket. And if we had them for $10, you'd say the guy's bloody crazy. How could he do them for $10? You wouldn't believe it. And if I had them for, say, $8.50. You think, gee, that's cheap. You go, Mom, I don't know, you must have stolen them. But we haven't. We've got these for $5.99. $5.99. So if you want to colour up your garden, get down here this weekend. Grab 10 of these and your garden will light up. It'll come to life. These are the cheapest Christmas decorations in Australia right now. $5.99, enormous big bidens, and we've got plenty of them. So come down and grab yourself 1, 2 or 3. Now what could you do with these bidens? You could put them, if you had a couple of big pots, you could whack these into a big pot, and they'll give you months and months of colour this year and then months of colour next year. So put them into a big pot, or if you didn't want to put them in a big pot, you could put them in the garden. You could do a whole border, you could fill up a whole garden with these and make yours the brightest house in the street. So these beautiful bidens, you wouldn't believe it, not $20, not $15, not $10.99, not $9.99, not $8.50, but $5.99 each. That's $5.99 each. So incredible, and hang in here because we've got 100 specials. Maybe not all of them quite as good as this biden deal. This is probably one of the best deals I've ever come up with. Not quite as good as the biden deal, but we've got 100 specials for you to get in and do your holiday project. Okay, so and not only that, actually another important point is you could be a little bit sad right now. You could be a little bit sad because in springtime you didn't plant any tomatoes. And you didn't plant any tomatoes, and now the salad season's coming around, and you look like you're going to have to buy your tomatoes, pay a fortune for them down at the shop. But we're looking after you. If you come in here this weekend, we're going to give you a free tomato, and have a look. These tomatoes have actually got tomatoes starting to form on them, so you're not too late. In fact, and these tomatoes, we're not selling them, and if I was selling them, I'd be selling them for $6 or $7, but I'm not selling them, I'm giving them away. So any customer, come in here and buy yourself one of them bidens for $5.99, and I'll chuck in a free tomato with you. So that's like about $50 worth of value for $5.99. So there we are, fantastic.
Yeah, good Christmas gift too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like if those tomatoes are about to pop off, almost go ripe and then come
they're
off.
about to go berserk.
Well, that's why we've called this the Festive Garden Ready Sale today, which is part of our holiday garden project sale that we're running over. That's why you guys are in the holiday outfits.
Yeah, that's right.
And if you've just joined us, we're gonna experience some of the best specials we have here at Hello Plants.
And we've got Hawaiian Harry, the Hawaiian gorilla here, direct from Hawaii, the Hawaiian gorilla. And now if we get enough likes, I'm going to go put on my pink tutu. Now, we're not after likes, we're after something else. What are we after, Mickey?
Depends what they put on the thing.
If you're on TikTok, what do we want? And
all right, Mickey will let us know, and then we can announce it. Oh my gosh! Oh wow, very formidable target.
Yeah. So, but we're gonna give you some fabulous deals. We're gonna look fabulous in these shirts, and we're after 250. What do we get on TikTok?
250 something creator. What was it? Pink tutu. Okay, so that'll be, no, that's okay, leave it at 250. 250 of some goal, it's on the TikTok, I can't see it right now.
So if you look on TikTok, 250 of them. So if you reckon we're doing a great job, give us 10. If you reckon we're doing a terrible job, give us 20 of them. Go berserk.
Rebecca says the Biden red eye are stunning. And then Lissy says, I just got some for my hanging pots. Oh, maybe they are different.
Yeah, there's different sorts of bidens, but these are particularly nice. They're one of the nicest bidens. I think they're called red eye in humans isn't that good, but with these are called a red eye biden, I think. And red eye in a biden world is good, whereas in the human world it just means you've got a hangover or something.
Yeah, it's not great.
Yeah. So
Adsa on Instagram says, legit saw you on a flight down from Sydney today. Love your content.
Thank you very much.
Were you sitting next to them or we don't know?
It?
Oh, the name was Adsa. I wonder if you were sitting next to him.
Yeah, I don't know.
Kiddo says, hello. Ara says, they have echinaceas, ? What's that about?
We do. Echinaceas, they're a herb that people are, echinacea, beautiful herb, fabulous flowers. And in the old days, they were all mauve, but in recent years, they've bred all different colours, reds, yellows, oranges, and doubles, and all different. But the echinacea is a wild flower that the Indians used to use to calm them down. It was a kind of like a relaxant, a herb that they could use as a relaxant.
Yeah.
And and now you can buy that herb, have it as a beautiful flower in your garden, and still use it as a herb.
Great.
So echinacea is used in herbal medicine, but it's also a really pretty and beautiful thing. And if you go out into the cottage section, you'll find plenty of nice echinacea in all different colours.
Beautiful. All right, well, let's get stuck into our 100 specials here on the Growers Direct Flash Sale.
Yeah, so let's go for it. Now here we are, the Acmina green screen. Look at this. Now around town there's a bit of a shortage of lily pillies, so people are selling little tiny lily pillies for 15 and 18 and 20 bucks. These ones here, this one here, I'm 1.8. It's about 1.4 or 1.5, and it's $24.99. But that's not the good bit. The good bit is that this is a green screen, and there's a terrible beetle that's come down from Queensland and eating the leaves off our lily pillies all over the place, but it doesn't eat the green screen. So if you want something that the beetles don't eat, something that the psyllids don't suck on, if you want something that you don't have to worry, you plant out in the garden, grows like crazy, you don't have to worry about it, and it's green, it doesn't have any red tips. So if you want that classy green look in the garden, you don't want bugs out there eating your lily pillies, you buy the green screen, and normally something this size you'd expect to pay 40, 50 bucks. These are $24.99. $24.99 for beautiful big metre tall green screens.
Beautiful. All part of the Growers Direct Flash Sale.
Now here we have the large leaf jade plant. Now, particularly Chinese, but various different nationalities use this as a money plant. And what the idea is, you got to buy two of them, and you put one at the front door and one at the back door, and you will attract money into the house. If you only buy one, it'll come in the house and then go out the back door. But if you put one at the front door and the back door, you'll have money in your house. And this is a money plant. And you'd think, well, yeah, they must be selling money plants for a couple $100 each, but we're not. These are they're cheap. They're $19.99. So for $39.80, for $39.80, you can be rich with two of these money plants. That's the cheapest chance you'll ever have to get rich.
Best investment you'll ever make.
Yeah. Right, now here we've got a beautiful dahlia. Now these are great. In the old days, dahlias used to grow 6 foot tall and people couldn't fit them in their garden. But these are modern dahlias, and this one here is called, so what we've got is we've got two of them. One is Tequila Sunrise. I think this yellow orangey one here is Tequila Sunrise. And then you've got this bicolour one here. And these are both reduced down to $9.99. Now you find at most stores you'll be paying 12, 14, 15 bucks for them, and these ones are only $9.99. So dahlia, purple bicolour, $9.99. Now the next thing we've got is Dichondra Emerald Falls. Now Dichondra Emerald Falls, this is it here. If you wanted a lot of people love the silver dichondra, but they don't realise, and this is a cascading green dichondra. So this grows thick and bushy, and it'll cascade down in a hanging basket. Beautiful plant, and normally they could be, put this in a hanging basket, it'll fill the basket, cascade down to the ground, and these are only $9.99. So and now we've got Dichondra Silver Falls. Now this is the most popular could you pass me a nice big basket of the Silver Falls too? This is a very popular dichondra, and it now look at that, how that cascades. So you can have it hanging over a retaining wall, you can do it in a hanging basket. If you've got a beautiful, say you had a beautiful palm tree in a pot, and it's a nice dark pot, you would plant the silver dichondra in it, and it would cascade over the side and look absolutely fabulous. So that's your silver dichondra. At a lot of stores, 12, 14 bucks. We've got them for $9.99. Nice big bushy 6-inch pots. Look at that there, $9.99. Put that in your old hanging basket, and it'll fill up like that in a matter of weeks. So it's very fast growing, very tough, very easy to grow.
Alien Emoji says, I swear to God this page needs to win a Logie or something. And we've got a few comments coming through. Rebecca says, wow, to the Silver Dichondra. And now, if you want to purchase any of these products, you can do so. The plants on hellohelloplants.com.au, or you can scan that QR code up on the screen there. The only thing that's not available online will be this next special, which you do need to come into the store for. Tell us about this one, Chris.
Okay, what's happened is our pot wholesaler is clearing out a few pots. At any rate, he's done a half price deal for us, and we're passing that half price deal. So if you buy these by the set, you have to buy the whole set. And this is a very modern one with a vertical corrugation on it, and it's a lightweight one. Look at this, I can pick it up with 2 fingers. Look at this, 2 fingers. Yeah, so very, very light, easy to install, nice to work with. And at any rate, so this one here, corrugated, and the whole set is reduced from $329 to $164.99. So $164.99. Now, at a lot of stores you'd pay $164.99 for this big one. So these 2 here are actually free, if you look at it that way. So look at it, you're paying $164.99 for this fella here, and we're getting 2 of them for free. And that's what the half price deal, how it works out.
Yeah, that works out really good, and it's only part of our holiday garden project sale on right now. So those pots are only available in store only to get them at that incredible 50% off the full
Now,
set
if you were to
price.
come in this weekend, what you'd find is there's truckloads of pots, and these pots are all 30% off. But if you buy the whole set, they're 50% off. So if you're dressing up around the house for Christmas, and you need a few pots, there's never been a better time than to come out here right now and buy the set and pay them half price. And this is an example of just how cheap they really are. But it's only a deal that's happening off the floor. This is the egg planter. Now look, the big egg planter is enormous. You can have a nice big tree in this egg planter here. And then the medium one is big. And this one here is still big. And these are kind of medium and small. But your egg pots, there's 5 of them. Now, just this big one here, you expect to pay a couple of $100 just for this big one. And at any rate, your egg pot is only $254.98. So $254.98, and that's really, and you get the rest for free. Like it's a really, really good deal. Beautiful big pots, modern style, clear black, $258 for a whole set of 5. You dress up your whole patio area with 1 set of these.
Yeah, it's fantastic value. Again, in-store only for that 50% off the pot set. Can't purchase those online to get that incredible deal. But it's worth coming in because you can see the great stuff you can stick in the pot.
Well, that's right. We would have the best stock nursery in Victoria. We've got hundreds of thousands of plants on the floor right now.
Yeah.
A lot of people, I don't know, I love plants, and I'm willing to invest lots of money in plants, and so I've got plants everywhere. We've got plants sitting on our plants. You come out here now, there's people coming out here for a good look. There's people coming out here for a really good look at all the plants, and on a nice quiet day, you'll see them here for a couple of hours. So people can spend 2 or 3 hours here just looking at all the plants. Some people just come in and they ask you, they say, look, I need a big Japanese maple. They grab it and go. And that's fine, but there's other people who love plants, and they'll come in here and they'll spend hours looking at all the plants.
Hey, just quickly before you go on to the next product, Alien Emojis says, do you guys deliver to remote regional Western Australia? I need plants that can survive 40 plus heat and scorching sun year round.
No, we don't. Western Australia is a very hard place to get plants into.
What would we sell here that could survive in those sort of temperatures?
Whereabouts is he?
Just says regional Western Australia and 40 plus degrees scorching sun and heat.
I reckon you'd be looking at a lot of Australian natives, but even things like things that would be like a bougainvillea with a bit of water and stuff like that should be fine.
Really?
Out there.
Amazing. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
They're climatised to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
He's in Pilbara.
Pilbara. Yeah, it's sort of getting a bit tropical. What he should be growing out there is if you had plenty of water,
Yeah.
you could grow the old Catha edulis.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Try that one out. Alien Emojis.
Yeah. Now here we've got the bay tree. Now lots of people are doing hedges and topiaries and standards with bay trees, and big bay trees are hard to get and they can be very expensive. Here, this one here is 1.6 metres tall. Now some people are selling 1.6 metres for over $100. These are $39.99. So over 1.6 metres tall and $39.99. That is a fantastic price for it, and they're reduced from $59.99 to $39.99. So bay tree, 10-inch pot, $39.99.
Fantastic. Now, if you're enjoying this live today, please be sure to leave us a like on your way out or while you're watching us. We do appreciate it. It helps others discover this fantastic sale.
Now, 12-inch pot little gem. This is really an advanced little gem, and what's interesting, it's got one flower on it, but it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's got 5 flower buds, and what's great is that 6. I just saw another one. So it's got 6 flower buds as well as 1 flower. Now, what's interesting about that is that, and if you had a great big one of these, you're going to have beautiful, fragrant, big white flowers all summer long. And basically, you can see this is setting up. It's got buds all over it. It's setting up to flower all summer long. It's a beautiful evergreen. People grow them as a screen to block out the neighbours. They put them as a feature in the middle of the front lawn. They put them in their garden beds. And basically, they're a very, very hardy, easy to grow, very tough evergreen tree. It's an evergreen magnolia, so it's always green and leafy. And then all summer long, you've got beautiful white flowers. They're just flowers and flowers and flowers and flowers and flowers. And if you put a row of them in, you're going to have lots and lots of flowers for months and months of the year. So Magnolia Little Gem, 12-inch pot, $99.99. Now this is terracotta, and I think when they dug up them terracotta soldiers, I think they were like 1,000 years old or 1,200 years old, and they were still in good nick. They just dusted them off and started flogging them off, you know. And and you could buy them terracotta soldiers. So now these are terracotta, and these will last you for 1,000 years. And what's good about that is that these were in style 100 years ago. This style like this in style 100 years ago, and in style 100 years ago, and they're in style 100 years ago, and they're still fashionable today. These are what you'd call a garden classic. So if you put these in your garden, put some plants in and look after them, they'll last you year after year after year, because terracotta lasts and terracotta stays in fashion and it stays in style. And
it's
there
all
we
happening
are.
On this live.
And this is a set. This is a set of 5, reduced from $266 to $134.96. Now some
set of
stores
4, Chris.
Set of 4.
Yeah.
Set of 4. And what it is that one big pot like this is worth $136.99, and the other 3 pots are virtually for free.
Yeah. Beautiful, really good. And again, this is in store only. Now, obviously, because we are live, lots of craziness and madness happens. We're actually live in a retail store, so you know, customers do often who may not understand what we're doing just walk up and want to order something directly. Yeah. But it's a great place to be. If you do come in, you can take advantage of the pot deals if you're after pots, and also why not get yourself a free cherry tomato or a chili while you're at it.
Or grab one of these Bidens. I mean, they're amazing. Grab one of these Bidens like this. Look at that there, $5.99. So you come down here, get whatever you need, grab even a couple of these Bidens at $5.99 and colour your place up for Christmas. Colour up for Christmas.
That's right.
Yeah. Now here we've got British box. Now British box is a different type of box, and this beautiful big British box is only $29.99. So this would be the best value evergreen we got in the whole nursery. You could hunt all over Melbourne and get, this is a 1.4 metre plant, and it's only $29.99. So you go anywhere else and try and find yourself a 1.4 metre evergreen. Now being British box, it's very, very hardy. So it's a beautiful hardy plant, and it's only $29.99.
Perfect. Less than 2 weeks until Christmas now, so there's a great chance to get your garden ready for Christmas.
Good day. Oh, good day. Yeah. Dutch box, direct from Holland. What's happened is
again, it's all happening live, guys.
We intercepted a barge from Holland of Dutch, genuine Dutch box, direct from Holland, and big bushy Dutch box, $39.99. Look at the size, look at the quality.
Yeah, very nice indeed.
So
For
show them the size,
excellent.
show them the quality. That's it, Dutch box, $39.99. And you know, Dutch box is a slow growing miniature box, and I reckon Dutch box this size would be 5 years from a cutting. So 5 years from a cutting to get a Dutch box this size, and we're sacrificing them for $39.99.
Now leave us a like, share this live, help spread the word of this sale, get your garden ready for Christmas with these festive garden ready Christmas deals.
That's right, you've probably got friends or relatives who are planning garden projects for this. Put them in touch, get them onto this live, get them to our page and help them get their garden project together. Now look at this deal here, this is English box. Now most nurseries 12, 14, 15 bucks for an English box. Ours are only $4.99, and they're beautiful, healthy, thick, bushy English box. So really beautiful, healthy, big, thick English box, $4.99. If you make a hedge, if you plant these at the rate of 5 per metre, get 1 year's growth on them, beautiful, healthy plants, 1 year's growth, and you'll virtually have yourself an English box hedge with 1 year. And if you plant 5 to the metre, it works out at under $25 to grow 1 metre of English box hedge. So under 25 bucks, that's a great price for really nice, healthy, big English box.
Beautiful. Hashtag Jay says, love your look, guys.
Thank you.
Elisha says, great outfit, guys.
Thank
Thumbs
you.
up.
Yep. Now here we have, now if you live in an area that's very frosty or very hot or very dry or poor soil and you're having trouble growing English box, here's the alternative. It's called Tom Thumb, and we've got beautiful big Tom Thumb, monstrous Tom Thumb, and they are only $5.99. So $5.99 for beautiful big Tom Thumb.
Beautiful. It's all part of this Growers Direct flash sale happening live right now. You can head over to hellohelloplants.com.au to purchase any of these products.
Now, a lot of stores, 50 bucks for a nice standard ficus, and the problem is when you're buying standard ficus, you run them up the garden path or along the driveway or along the front fence, and you always need 4 or 6 or 8 or 10 of them. And so with us, you can afford to buy a number of these. You can afford to mass plant them because we're sacrificing these for $29.99. So it's a beautiful standard, and if you plant them at this is a great time of year to plant them. If you plant them at this time of year, water and fertilize them, they'll be twice the size of a basketball by winter time. So they'll really come on. They'll really come on if you plant them now. You'll get beautiful big heads. So now's a great time to plant them. And at $29.99, you can afford to plant a multiple number of them.
Yeah, that is a fantastic price. These ones can be purchased online. All of the plants can be purchased online at hellohelloplants.com.au. Just click on the live sales tab.
Now, if you want to transform your property, if you want a beautiful classic English box style hedge with a bit of size to it and you want it quick, this is your answer. This is box leaf privet. Now we're sacrificing these for $5.99. $5.99 for your Christmas project. Plant 3 or 4 of them to the metre and grow them 1 metre in a year and 2 metres in 2 years. So, and you can grow them up to a metre, or you can even keep them at 70. Wherever you chop them off, they'll stay there. 70, 80 centimetres, you can keep them there. 90 centimetres, 110, 120, right up to 2 or 2 and a bit metres. Grow a beautiful English box style hedge, and these are tough. If you've got poor soil, if you've got frost, if you've got heat, if you've got wind, these will grow for you. Just get rid of the grass and weeds, a bit of water, a bit of fertiliser. A metre a year for the first 2 years. 1 metre, 2 metres is what you can get out of them, and give you that English box style hedge. And some people do a whole big driveways of them, do their in and out drive on their country property. These are ones that are affordable to do a big planting with, and they're tough and reliable and easy to do a big planting with. And at $5.99, beautiful big plants. Look at that there, fabulous big plants, $5.99.
Great. Shazzy B asks, do you have bougainvillea in pink in stock?
Let's find out. Get someone. Can you have a look and see if there's any pink bougainvilleas? Bring one in, okay? Now here we've got lily pillies. Now what's interesting about these lily pillies is look at that. That trunk is nearly as thick as my leg. Look at that. It's fantastic. Look at that beautiful thick trunk, and look at that big bushy head. Now most places when they're selling a standard lily pilly for under $50, they've got little skinny stems and little tiny heads on them. These are big heads and big thick stems, and they are $29.99. So if you came in and you bought half a dozen of these and you put them up the driveway or across the front of the house, or maybe you're putting a house on the market and you want an instant impact, no one has ever offered you a standard tree with an instant impact better than this for $29.99. This is a really big, beautiful standard plant for $29.99. So $29.99 standard lily pillies.
Yeah, line your driveway, line your footpath. They look fantastic, symmetrically lined up in your property.
So, Evelyn, tell them about how they can get in and buy this stuff.
You can come and visit us in store, where there's extra benefits from visiting us in store. So we're located at 1477 Sydney Road, Camberfield, and we've got a free cherry tomato and free Thai chili with any purchase, special in-store only. You can also access the pots at not up to 50% off full pot sets, but that's in-store only as well. Otherwise, you can just give us a call, 039359 331 if you want to purchase any of these products over the phone. Our friendly sales staff are there waiting to take your call. Or if you're more of a tech wizard and you want to go, well, not really tech wizard, you're just going online, go over to hellohelloplants.com.au, click on the live sales tab and take full advantage of these specials, which are available right now for the next week. And this is the best time to get your garden ready for Christmas right now, isn't it, Chris?
That's right, yeah. Get in and get your Christmas project done now. There's people starting to go on holidays, and we're getting pretty busy with these garden projects. Now, somebody asked for a pink one. We've got one here, and do you know what it's called? It's called Mrs. Butt. So Mrs. Butt, B-U-T-T, and it's a beautiful pink one, and it's on sale now. So we've got them in store right now. So if you want a lovely bright pink Bougainvillea, it's Mrs. Butt.
Fantastic. Ash just sent you a heart me. I think that's the one we have to get 250 of to get you into a pink tutu.
Right, okay, so only 249 to go.
249 heart me's to go on TikTok. Yeah. If you do watch us there, you want to see Chris in a pink tutu.
I was thinking that even if you like me, you give me 10, and even if you don't, we need so many that even if you don't like me, you give me 20.
That's it. There's nothing wrong with a bit of a hate like as well.
Yeah,
so yeah. We'll take hate likes, we'll take real likes.
Yeah. So now what we've got here is we have got dwarf. Now we're heading into the Agapanthus season, and you're starting to see Agapanthus pop up everywhere. This is a dwarf blue Agapanthus, and at any rate, dwarf blue Agapanthus Peter Pan, and it's reduced from $6.99 to $4.99. Now what you're getting is a really substantial, have a look at that, you're getting a really substantial little plant. Most nurseries have this in a 6-inch pot that have $14-15 on them. We've got them for $4.99, and the reason why we've got nice substantial plants in a 3-inch pot for $4.99, it's a majority of people planting Peter Pan are planting 10 of them, 12 of them, 50 of them, whatever. They're planting a border, and they're mass planting them. So we're doing them for $4.99 because we're in tune with what people want, and we're giving them a nice gutsy little plant that you can mass plant for $4.99.
That's it. Ash, thank you very much. Left us a smiley face. Jilly says, please show your buxus.
Yeah, okay. Now, what we've got here, now if you're doing a modern garden and you want to mass plant some beautiful little dwarf blue grasses, you've got this lovely bluegrass here, and they're $2.99. $2.99. That's a crazy deal. $2.99. Beautiful little blue modern grasses. Grow them in a pot, grow them in a garden, put them in your modern garden, mass plant them, and you can afford to do it. Blue sedge. Oh no, so $3.99. $3.99. Sorry, I can't see properly.
Even better.
So reduce from $6.99 to $3.99. Fabulous deal.
Wow, that's an incredible deal. And they're in 6s, are they?
Yeah.
Wow,
6-inch pot.
Good. Incredible.
6-inch pot for less than the price of a tube.
That doesn't make
here
sense.
we've got frosted curls. Now frosted curls is great for a modern garden. It's a really beautiful silver frosty, kind of grows up, weeps, doesn't get too tall, beautiful for mass planting. Beautiful. I've seen some really great gardens in the last year or so where they've been popular for doing big patches of them, and they look, the colour and that's really, really good. Lovely sort of plant to contrast with other colours like a purple or something like that. And frosted curls Most people, it's got 12, 14, 15 bucks on them. We've got them for $6.99 for frosted curls.
Incredible. If you're a landscaper, landscape designer, now's the time to purchase as well. Pretty much everyone will benefit from these sales.
Now, beautiful Elijah Blue in a 3-inch pot, and it is only $4.99. Now, they're really substantial plants. Have a look at that. Like, it's a really substantial plant. We're giving you a really decent plant for $4.99. A lot of people would be have that in a 6-inch pot for 12 bucks. And the reason why we've done that is that, like, when most people are planting Elijah Blue are planting a dozen of them or 2 dozen or something like that. So you can afford to mass plant them. We've got them for $4.99. So plant them as a border, plant them as a nice patch in the garden, but mass plant them, they look gorgeous. There they are, mass planted there.
Yeah,
so there we
really
are,
good.
That's your Elijah Blue.
That's it, it's all part of the Growers Direct Flash Sale, which is now live.
Now, if
Get
you're
stuck
doing a
into it.
really natural native planting, or perhaps what's happening is that you might be doing a commercial development and you want that really natural native-y look, and you want some tussock grass. The problem is you go to buy a bit of tussock grass at your local nursery and they want 12 or 14 bucks for a nice bushy plant. We've got tussock grass in 6-inch pots for $6.99, so $6.99. So whether you're doing a commercial development, developing some units, or just doing a beautiful natural planting yourself, tussock grass, $6.99. You cannot go wrong with tussock grass. Great sort of project plant at $6.99.
Yeah, very upright looking, those ones. Hashtag Jay says, do these grass-like plants spread?
They do, but what happens, they grow in a clump and those clumps gradually expand and they get bigger.
Okay.
Now here we've got Variegated Society garlic, and Variegated Society garlic, another thing, people plant beautiful borders of them, and they're a fabulous thing because they've got a really pretty multicoloured leaf, and they've got a blue flower, and that blue flower, or mauvey blue flower, flowers for 5 or 6 months of the year. So 5 or 6 months a year of flowers. And now if you want a really, really tough, I see them up around Shepparton and Bendigo and places like that, and they plant them in roundabouts, never water them, and they absolutely flourish. So these will grow in the hottest, driest, most difficult spot, have beautiful foliage, fabulous flowers for 5 or 6 months of the year, a really good, hard-wearing, but really pretty plant. And I get people coming to me, and what they want is they want a border around a garden bed that they don't have to trim or do anything with. And what do I sell them? I sell them these, and we sell them these in the 3-inch pot, because the 3-inch pot you can afford to mass plant them, and right now those 3-inch pots are on sale for $4.99. So $4.99 for long flowering, beautiful Variegated Society garlic.
Beautiful. Will they grow up in the Pilbara, you reckon?
No.
Nah, too hot,
Yeah. Now, I'll tell you a little story. I was just up in Sydney and I was walking along a suburban road there, and there was a couple of shops, and in front I saw the most beautiful thing I've ever seen in a commercial situation, is that there was a couple of shops and they had planter boxes out the front of the shops. It was nice and sunny out the front of the shops. Planter boxes out the front, and they had the planter boxes full of strawberry plants.
Wow.
And
they were all fruiting? Or?
And they were all fruiting.
Yeah.
And as you walk past, you could pick the odd straw. I picked about 3 strawberries as I walked past.
Yeah.
And the strawberries were lovely and sweet. And I thought, what a wonderful thing to give to people. Imagine you've got a shop or you've got a restaurant, you've got something like that. You grow some strawberries out the front, and you can walk along, and you can walk along and just pluck it. It's little kids coming home from school could pluck them. So, you know, collectively, there were strawberries, and what was good, there wasn't many old strawberries there. Like, there wasn't many that were rotting or anything like that. They were mostly just ripening. So I'd say that little kids, as they go past, and mums and dads and all sorts of people, I took 3 strawberries as I went past. And but if you've got a shop, what a wonderful thing to give out to the world is, if children could pick a strawberry on their way home from school. It'd be beautiful.
That is nice.
Yeah, and it was really good. The strawberries were forming in big bunches, and there weren't that many ripe ones there. So I imagine plenty of people, like I picked 3 strawberries I went past. So lots of people as they walked past would pick a strawberry, I reckon, because there wasn't too many strawberries there. So lovely idea, but strawberries are amazingly productive. I reckon they had 4 or 5 planters there, and I reckon they had thousands of green strawberries there. Thousands of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Incredible.
But what
There's
a great
an
idea.
for you.
Now,
Yeah.
but you can afford to mass plant these strawberries. We're selling, now the one thing I would criticise about that project that I saw in Sydney is that they had a strawberry that wasn't a commercial, it was a seedling strawberry, and that's in the shops. A lot of people are selling seedling strawberries, and in the strawberry farms, nobody ever has a seedling strawberry. They all have professional strawberries, ones that they originate from tissue culture, and then they grow them on. And those strawberries are named varieties produced, as they say, asexually. They're not produced from seed. And they are much more productive with much better strawberries than your seedlings. So how you could improve that idea I saw in Sydney is plant these ones like that. These ones here are red Gauntlet, probably the most popular, most productive strawberry in the world. And these ones here are $4.99. So nice. So get yourself, and you can mass plant these. If you've got a shop or something, or a restaurant, you can pop these out the front and people walking past can pick them. Fabulous idea. But strawberries, $4.99, and these are a commercial red Gauntlet strawberry.
And we still got the dollar strawberry for the kids in store,
Yeah,
don't we?
that's right. Yeah. So if you brought your kids down this weekend, and again, it's a red Gauntlet, a professional strawberry.
Yeah.
If you're under 13, you can buy a strawberry plant. You can pop up the counter with $1 in your hand, and you buy a strawberry plant for $1.
Yeah, just don't pretend. Don't be a 50-year-old pretending you're under
Yeah,
the
that's
age
right. We
of
had a bloke like
12,
that.
yeah.
We had a video about that, haven't we?
That's right.
Yeah. Now here, lots of people want a red coloured maple. This one here is Atropurpurean, probably the most popular red or purple coloured maple in the world. And what's good about this is it's never going to get as big as a normal maple. This is about a 3.5 to 4 metre tree. You can trim it a bit, but it doesn't weep. It grows upwards and makes a beautiful shape. Has the most amazing autumn colour. But if you're, I reckon your garden could look really good with a purpley red Japanese maple. And this one here is only $1.90, and a nice advanced plant, only $199.99.
That's fantastic value. It could be a feature tree, and they grow pretty quick, don't they? Like,
yeah, they do. Now this will shock you. These ones here, these are upright strawberry Japanese maples, and they have been reduced from $79.99. They're nearly 3 foot tall to $49.99 for a beautiful. So you thought you couldn't afford a nice purple maple in your garden because you go down to the local store and 100, 150, 200 bucks. These are $49.99. So $49.99 for a beautiful purple maple.
would you stake those up, Chris? Or?
Yes, I would certainly stake them. Yeah.
Lovely.
I'd plant them and then I'd stake them, and I'd stake them just with a bamboo stake because it doesn't rub on them like a wooden stake.
Yeah.
Now here we've got an autumn red. Now this is your classic red maple, and this grows quite vigorously into a beautiful pyramid shaped tree. It grows fairly large. You'd only put one of them in a suburban garden, but you could plant an avenue on a country property or a bigger type property. And then these have the most amazing iridescent red autumn colour. A lovely shaped tree, beautiful iridescent red autumn colour, and the colour lasts for quite a few weeks in autumn. And they're one of the most amazing autumn colour trees. And they are only $19.99. So $19.99 for a 3 foot tall red October Glory maple.
Yep, that's right. This is all part of the Growers Direct flash sale. These items are now available live for you to purchase online.
Now here we've got is a Senkaki maple. Now your Senkaki maple's in a 16-inch pot. It's a good size. I'm 1.8, it's up over my head. By the time you plant it, it'll be around about 1.8 metres high. And your Senkaki maple's the one with the bright red stems when it's naked in winter. And then it has beautiful maidenhair fern coloured foliage in the red stems in springtime. And then as you go into February, March, it starts to get little pink and orange and red tonings on it. And this will put more colour in your garden for more of the year than any other maple. And I think that Senkaki maple could be the most popular maple here. It
would be one of the most popular for sure.
And that's because they provide beautiful year-round colour. They're not a big tree, they're easy to grow, and they're quite hardy. So Senkaki maple, now they could be quite expensive, but we've got it here, 6 foot tall, nice and bushy, and $199.99.
Lovely price for that giant specimen there again.
Yeah.
These look great. People put spotlights underneath them and they look really good.
Yeah, that's right,
in the...
because they got the red stems in the winter. So there, if you're looking for, if you've got a small garden, you just want one tree in the middle, you're going to put a spotlight under it. Senkaki maples look great every day of the year with a spotlight under them.
That's
now,
right.
What we've got here is a sensation maple, and what you'll see is this beautiful colour in the sensation maple. Now, what it is with why sensation maples are a sensation is that they grow like crazy. They're big bushy maple, great for if you want a shade tree that the whole family can sit under, and you want a fast-growing shade tree, you want a shade tree in a hurry, your sensation maple is the go. And this one here is probably nearly 8 foot tall, and the price is also sensational. It is $79.99. So $79.99 for a big, tall sensation maple. And they start colouring in February and they colour right through till June. So it's the longest colouring maple on the market.
Yeah, and it's a very beautiful one. Welcome to, I don't know how you pronounce this name, Gur or Jur. You are far from the UK as well. Well, we've got a viewer from the UK there, Chris.
Wow.
Wonder what
Cool.
time it is over there. Anyway, thanks for joining us, and also to all the viewers that are here at the moment. I know we're sort of going into holiday season here, especially in Australia, but thank you for joining us. If you do enjoy this live today, make sure to like the live, share, and also to subscribe to all of our social media channels where you can get all the latest in our current deals and products we have available. This one is in particular, Growers Direct Flash Sale, is a great way to get plants on the cheap. So
Yeah.
you don't,
Now-
if you see anything you like, snap it up because they are limited in quantities as well.
Yeah. Now, what we have here, Japanese maples are great to grow in a pot. So if you want a nice big tree that lives for years in a pot, so you want a tree in a pot, or maybe you want a beautiful Japanese maple, maybe you want a Japanese style garden, and you thought Japanese maples were just a bit too expensive. This one here is nearly 3 foot tall, and it is $9.99. This is going to have beautiful red, yellow and orange autumn colour, beautiful show of autumn colour. It's going to make a beautiful full Japanese maple. It's going to happily live in a pot. It's going to happily live in your courtyard. It's going to happily live in a garden. And Japanese maples don't have bad root systems. In fact, they don't do anything that's bad at all. There's nothing you can complain about. Japanese maples are probably the most inoffensive tree on the market. They don't grow too big. And $9.99, 3 foot tall, $9.99, Japanese maple, incredible deal.
That is an excellent deal. Sylvia asks, do you have liquid ambers?
We do. They're not in the sale today, but certainly if you go to Hello Hello, I've got 15,000 different items there right now. And
All right,
you'll
Sylvia.
find liquid ambers. And if you don't find the liquid amber that you want, give us a ring and I'll get it for you, okay? We do. We
All
do
right, Sylvia, check it out on the website.
Yeah.
Great.
Now we have a weeping silver birch. Now look at this. This is 8 foot tall, nice big bushy weeping head, lovely straight trunk. The trunk's just starting to turn white. This is a garden classic. Your garden with one of these in the middle of the backyard or the middle of the front yard is going to turn into a garden classic. If you're doing a nice big cottage garden, you could maybe throw 2 of them in. These look great in a cottage garden, but you know they also look good in a really modern garden too. Like if you're doing something really modern and flash, weeping birches. Now the problem with weeping birches is that a nice big one like this is normally $300 or $400 at your local nursery. Damned expensive. But we're giving these away, and we've got a few of them, $149.99. $149.99. Now you could ring up. Now how many of those have we got on the
Well, that's
market?
what I was going to ask. How many you got there, Chris?
We've got 20 of them.
20?
So,
all right.
Now if you saw, you could even buy this particular one. You could ring up right now. Now remember, over most of Victoria, we're doing a free delivery when you spend over $300. But you could ring up and you could reserve this one here right now. Or you could go online and you could grab it right now. Or you could jump in the ute and head right down here and grab 2 of them. 2 of them for $300. So there you are, $149.99 for weeping maples. It's almost better. In fact, I wonder what the viewers think. Which is the better deal? $149.99 for an advanced weeping silver birch, or $5.99 for one of these fabulous colourful biters.
I think they're both great deals, Chris.
I'd love to hear what people think is the best.
All right, leave
deal.
us a comment in the comment section down below. Do you want to get the Joe Biden flowers or you want to get the silver birch weeping? And there's only 20 of those silver birch weeping, so you do need to be quick.
Right, so here we've got the black tulip magnolia. Now we did a beautiful video on these. These are fantastic, and it was the most, I think it was one of the most successful videos we've ever done.
It was.
Yeah, and how would a person see that fabulous video?
If you just head over to any of our social media accounts, but YouTube seems to be the easiest one to search on. So if you just go to YouTube, Hello Plants, and then type black tulip, the video should just come up.
Right, okay, so black tulip magnolia. This is a grafted magnolia. This is a rare magnolia. If you went out hunting for these around Melbourne, you'd find most nurseries don't even have one of them because they're rare, they're expensive, but we've got lots of them, and we've got them at a price you won't believe, $59.99. Normally when I'm buying a truckload from the wholesaler, I can't even buy them like this for $59.99. Normally you pay well over $100 for a grafted, because what it is, these are grafted. They're not just grown from cuttings or seeds like normal magnolias, they're grafted, and the production cost is quite expensive. So $59.99 for a grafted magnolia. These are rare, and what's good, black tulip have this amazing tulip shaped flower that's a dark purple, and the tree itself is not a big tree. It's a small to medium tree. So it's a small to medium tree. Amazing show of these incredible purple tulip-like flowers in springtime.
Are they slow growing or?
Medium.
Okay.
And $59.99. I'd say, like, if you planted something like this, in 2 years you'd have a bushy 2-meter tree covered in purple flowers. You wouldn't believe it. It'd be just like the one in our video in 2 years.
Beautiful. All right, check it out. Head over to Hello Plants Black Tulip on YouTube if you want to watch the video.
Now, what happened is a few years ago, somebody bred some new magnolias with red flowers, and this is one of them. This one's called Burgundy Star. It has a sort of a star-shaped flower with a beautiful burgundy red colour. And again, it's a rare one, it's an expensive one. If you love magnolias, you want one with a bit of difference, Burgundy Star is a great one to get, and they are only $59.99.
Lovely. Leanne asks, what about dwarf crepe myrtles?
I think if we've got quite a big crepe myrtle section, and mostly we have a few dwarfs in there all the time, but certainly if you can't get the dwarf you want, we can get it in for you. Now what we have here is the Genie. Now this is a dwarf magnolia, and what this one does is it gives you a fabulous show in spring, and then the flowers come again, and then once the hot heat of summer kicks in, it throws, and this is a small magnolia. It's only going to grow about 3 meters tall, and then it's going to flower and flower and flower right through summer and into autumn. So it's this big spring flowering, and then where, like most magnolias don't flower through the summer, but this one will flower again and again through the summer, and it's called Genie, and it's a rare, expensive one, but we've got it for $59.99. So now's the time to stock up on these rare, expensive magnolias.
Lovely, and we've got a few here in our Growers Direct flash sale, quite a few magnolias to choose from.
Now, this is one of the world's most sought after magnolias. It's called Vulcan. Vulcan has enormous flowers. They're sort of an iridescent mauvey red. We did a video on those, didn't we? It's this spring.
The Vulcan, yes, we have done those as well.
I reckon it's worth going. If you're thinking about this one here, it is worth going and having a look at the Vulcan video, because the flowers are amazing. Just the colour and the size is unbelievable. Incredible.
Yeah, they're really out of this world, actually.
Yeah. And I love the foliage on this. They have a beautiful leaf on them, and these are some of the healthiest and nicest ones I've seen, and they are the very best Vulcans I've ever seen for $59.99. So $59.99, a rare, beautiful, hard to get magnolia for a fraction of what you'd normally expect to pay.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful.
Now, there's two sorts of weeping mulberries, and this is one of them. This one here will produce edible fruit. So not only can you enjoy the cascading nature of this, and what you do is you plant these. If you've got kids and you plant a weeping mulberry, and they can nibble on the little red mulberries in springtime, and then what happens, these turn into a natural cubby. They come out and they hang down to the ground, and underneath is hollow. And the kids love them. They run underneath and giggle and play, and it turns into their little cubby hut. So this is like a living cubby hut for your kids or your grandkids. It's a beautiful thing to look at. It's one of the, and if you've got a hot spot, a windy spot, a dry spot, a difficult spot, you'll find your weeping mulberry is much tougher than your weeping cherry or any other sort of weeper. So if you're looking for a weeping tree for a really, really tough spot, if you want a little hidey spot for your grandkids or your kids, weeping mulberries, and normally they're quite an expensive plant. We've got these lovely bushy healthy ones for $199.99.
Yeah, they're really good as a little hiding spot for the kids, aren't they? And then they have the extra specialty of having the delicious fruit all over them.
Yeah, that's right. So a wonderful addition to your garden, particularly for the kids. Now, this is a wonderful thing. In the olden days, and I can remember the olden days, Arenaria just flowered at the end of winter and beginning of spring, but this is a summer Arenaria. So your summer white flowers again at this time of year. So you've got a repeat flowering on it, beautiful summer flowering, and $9.99. So $9.99 for a summer white Arenaria.
Beautiful. Laura says, can't wait for my appointment next week. Really excited to get my front yard done.
Yeah, happy to help. Lovely to get you in here.
Laura's definitely getting into the festive garden spirit.
Yeah, getting her garden project in for Christmas.
That's it. That's what we're all about. Holiday garden project sale.
Now, what's interesting here, what you've got here is you've got these white bacopas in baskets, right? And they are beautiful. And they have an unusual smell, but I love the smell of them. But say you want to brighten up your place for Christmas, you could buy these as hanging baskets and you can hang them like that, and you water them and look after them and they'll hang there and they'll look fantastic. But a lot of people have got a couple of plants and they're deceased, or they're looking real crook, and they've got a couple of pots, around the front of the house, around the back of the house, and the plants in them are deceased, and nothing looks worse than a nice big pot with a deceased plant in it. Well, you could get these are only $19.99. You could knock them out of the basket and put them in where that deceased plant is, and bring your place to life for Christmas. Now, if you come down here, could we have a look at the really nice petunias? Give me one of the really nice, not that one there, really nice speckledy petunia. We've also got petunias for $19.99, and so if you've got half a dozen deceased pots around your place, and you come down here and you bought a couple of these for $19.99, and a couple of these amazing petunias. Look at this petunia here, $19.99, unbelievable price. Look at that there. And these are a Picatee, they're multicoloured. Look at that. Now imagine doing a couple of pots with this and a couple of pots with that. You could brighten your place up no end. You could make your place look fabulous. When guests come over for Christmas, it could look absolutely fantastic with these beautiful Picatee petunias and these bacopas, all $19.99, and they're in baskets, but you don't have to keep them in baskets. They're easy to pop them out.
That's right. We have so much colour at Christmas time in Australia.
Yeah.
Cookie Sugar says, do you have Kyushu hydrangeas?
Which one?
Kyushu hydrangea?
We do.
Okay.
We do. This is the home of the Kyushu hydrangea. That's a Japanese one.
Yep.
And it's a pediculata one which will take a bit of sun. And it has got a very, very interesting flower. I think I've noticed them coming into flower down the back at the moment. Now here we've got one of the hardiest and best plants around, and this is your pink Dysma. Now that was one of our top rating videos too, wasn't it? The pink Dysma.
It did well, yeah. You had a big ball that was in full flower.
Yeah, and what I love about pink Dysmas is they flower for about 3 months in springtime. They just flower and flower and flower and flower and flower. They've got a lovely smell about them. And they kind of remind me of like Scottish heather or something like that. So they've got the smell, they've got the long flowering, and they've got the lovely fine foliage like a heather. So they're kind of like having a heather in your garden, but they clip, and you can clip them into a ball, clip them into a hedge, clip them into whatever you want. And they're a great thing if you've got a bit of ugly plumbing in the front yard and you want to hide it. A pink Dysma is a great way to hide something, or maybe you've got a bit of an air conditioner or something you don't want to look at. There it is, pink Dysma, thick and bushy, fast growing, and 3 or 4 months of pink flowers in the springtime, and clips into any shape you want. So pink and cheap, $12.99 for a nice big 8-inch bushy pink Dysma.
Beautiful. Hashtag Jay says, going back to the mulberry, kids love mulberry fights and rubbing them in blonde-haired kids too. It stains the hair.
Yeah, I think kids can have a lot of fun with black mulberries.
Can eat them, stain people's hairs. That's right.
Here we've got gerberas, and if you wanted lots of gerbera flowers can cost $5 each at your local florist. Here you've got gerbera flowers And these, you pick this lot of flowers another week or so, you have another lot of flowers. These will flower and flower and flower. So if you want some real gerbera colour in your garden, now's the time to get it. And like I said about baskets, these are in sort of bowls or baskets. You pop them out, put them in a nice big pot, and really enjoy those gerberas. And they're nice and cheap. They are only $17.99. So $17.99 for the Gerbera Jamasonia Joybera 10-inch bowl.
Beautiful. As we shoot through the Growers Direct Flash Sale happening live right now.
Now, Hebe Pretty in Pink. Now, this is the most popular Hebe on the market. Beautiful pink flowers, but if it never flowered, you'd still grow because there's lovely sort of purpley foliage, and it grows in a beautiful, neat, round, domey shape. So a beautiful, neat, round, domey shape. No pruning required, just a beautiful shaped plant. And when I'm doing a garden design for someone who wants low maintenance, they want it really neat, they want it really nice, it's one of my favourite go-to plants is your Hebe Pretty in Pink, and the pink flowers are just a bonus with that lovely purple foliage.
Lovely. All right, if you want to purchase any of these products at these great deals, head over to hellohelloplants.com.au and jump on the live sales tab to start purchasing away. Limited quantities do apply.
Now, Limonium Sea Lavender. Now, sea lavender isn't lavender, and what it is, it has beautiful blue flowers, and you can cut it and use it indoors as a flower. You can hang them and dry them. So you can hang them and dry them. They make a beautiful flower. So sea lavender, a really nice flower. And what I like is they flower 365 days a year. Sometimes right now they're flowering heaps. In winter they just flower sporadically. But if you put in a few of them, you'll never be without a blue flower in the garden once they're established. And they're very hardy. They'll grow in poor soil, hot, dry conditions. They'll grow by the beach. They'll grow in the most difficult spots. Really easy to grow, and they are only $9.99, which is great because normally they're 15 or 16 bucks. So $9.99 for this. This is a really top shelf, hard to get perennial. It'll get great in the cottage garden, great in the modern garden, great for mass planting, and at $9.99, very affordable.
All right, now Leanne has just come in with a question on the Hebe Pretty in Pink, just asking how much were the Pretty in Pink? So they were
$9.99.
$10.99 in the flash sale.
Were they?
Yeah, I think they're down to 10 from $16.99 though.
Oh, from $16.99 to $10.99. So I made a mistake there. So
well, the Limonium Sea Lavender's $9.99.
Yeah, that's right. And the
is that correct, Chris?
yeah, that's a sea lavenders, and these are, you're right, they're $10.99.
Still a fantastic deal, Leanne.
Yep.
Definitely don't want to miss out on getting
Normally
these prices.
$16.99.
Exactly.
Now we've got Catmint, and Catmint in a 6-inch pot is down from $14.99 to $10.99. Now Catmint is a great plant. It sort of spreads out and makes quite a nice clump, and it flowers, and if you cut it off after it flowers and put a bit of fertilizer on it, it'll flower again, and you can get 2 or 3 or 4 flowerings a year with your sea lavender, or no, your Catmint. And it has a lovely minty smell to it. If you crush it up, a beautiful minty smell.
Very prolific flowering, isn't it? Like you get sea of blue almost with it.
Yeah, and it sort of gives you that kind of lavender effect. Now we've got, actually bring me a white Bacopa. Look at this. If you want some cheap colour in the garden, look at this. We've got these are petunias, and they're $19.90. We've got all different colours. There's some amazing colours. And then we've got these Bacopas for $19.90, and you've got these Bidens for $5.99. So if you want to get some colour, look at this. If you want some colour in your garden, for Christmas, and you don't want to spend a fortune, come down here, and you won't have to part with too much cash, and you'll fill your garden with colour. You fill those old dead pots and hanger baskets with a bit of real colour. $5.99, $19.99, $19.99 and $19.99, an abundance of colour on the cheap. Nice big bushy colour, ready to fill up your garden for Christmas. Because it ain't long to Christmas, there's no good planting little seedlings now.
That's absolutely right. Get some colour in, beautiful Christmas colour.
Yeah.
All right, it's our Growers Direct Flash Sale happening live right now. You can head over to the website, Hello Plants.
I've heard of there's a thing they've discovered. It's called colour withdrawal.
Oh yeah.
Now, if you came down here and you filled your garden with colour for Christmas, and then as autumn came on, the colour faded, you could have colour withdrawal, but not if you buy these. These are autumn joy. And so these, just as everything else starts to fade in the autumn, these are covered in the most beautiful pink flowers. And these lovely big ones here, and we're doing them really cheap. We're doing them for $6.99. These beautiful big autumn joys, only $6.99. $6.99, and you'll have autumn colour, and this could avoid that autumn colour withdrawal.
That's wonderful. Get that massive clumps of flowers and look absolutely spectacular in autumn.
And the way to really enjoy those autumn joys, the way to really enjoy them is mass plant them. Plant 3 or 4, and it's $6.99. Who cares? Plant half a dozen of them, and then you'll end up with this beautiful. And they flower every year. So you end up with this beautiful clump of autumn joy. Beautiful pink
and the
autumn
bees
joy.
love them, don't they? They sort of have a scent too, don't they?
Yeah, they're a little bit of a sweet smell, and it brings the bees.
There you go.
Now, a real garden classic is the Snowball Bush. Now, these ones here are large, sexually mature ones that are going to be producing snowballs in your garden this spring. Look at the snowballs. They're a fantastic plant. Amazing how they're just covered in beautiful white balls. They just look like a real snowball. And snowball bushes, these big ones, are reduced from $69.99 to $49.99 for a beautiful big 10-inch snowball plant.
That's right. It's part of the festive garden sale deals happening right now. Can't go wrong. Just can't go wrong. Like this live, share it, subscribe.
Now, this is your hot pink Carpogrotus. It's a great way. If you've got something ugly to cover up, if you've got a sand dune out the front of your beach house, if you've got an ugly old embankment out there in Roval, if you need something green over it, and then midwinter to mid-spring, covered in beautiful hot pink flowers, here it is, Carpogrotus, and you don't have to, these are nice big established plants in 6-inch pots, and they are $4.99, so $4.99 for beautiful big Carpogrotus.
Beautiful. Great for rockeries too, perfect for just covering a rock or an embankment.
Now we've got the yellow, this is the yellow Carpogrotus. Now a lot of people don't like hot pink, so if you want a beautiful, cool, mellow yellow, native pig face that can cover an ugly old sand dune and turn it into a mellow yellow sand dune. Here it is, and these are only $4.99, so reduced from $12.99 to $4.99, a mellow yellow Carpogrotus. Kind of rare, it took me years to get stock of that.
Beautiful. Mellow yellow growers direct flash sale deals. Hop in, be quick, limited quantities do apply.
Yeah, now what we've got here, Cousin It, one of my favourite plants. Cousin is one of my favourite plants. It's a tree gone wrong that people have propagated from, and it's a tree that grows flat in the ground. And what it is, it'll cover a large area. What of these will cover, given a bit of time, it'll cover 2 or 3 square metres. It can cascade over an embankment, cascade over a retaining wall. It can be used just as a plain ground cover. It'll grow in the shade, so you can put it under trees and cover that bare ground under your trees. It can cover rocks, it can cover something ugly. They're very, very tough, and where you've got a long fall for an embankment, they can fall more than 1 metre. So for something cascading, for something ground covering, for something unbelievably tough, really tough, quite vigorous. And what I say, when you establish an area of these, plant 1 per square metre. If you're in a hurry, plant 2 per square metre, you'll cover it in no time. And these are normally 16, 17 bucks each. I've even heard of them going for 20 bucks each, but we've got them here, Casuarina Cousin It, for $12.99. $12.99, that's a great price for Cousin It.
Grab your deformed Cousin Its today from our Growers Direct flash sale. Beautiful plant, and they're really hardy, aren't they?
Yeah, really tough. It's sort of a tree, a flat growing tree that could survive in very, very arid conditions.
Are they slow growing?
No.
No, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, here we've got a blue convolvulus. Now, your blue convolvulus is a fantastic plant. It's a ground cover that flowers and 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 flowers. They start flowering on about the 10th or 15th of September, and then they'll flower through, if the weather's a bit warm, right till the end of May. and sometimes they'll have so many flowers on them you can't see it. They'll cascade over the embankment. They look fabulous under iceberg roses. They look great under any rose, but extra good under iceberg roses. They also look really good with underneath the Just Joe, you know, the orange and the blue, fantastic. But beautiful, long flowering, fabulous hardy ground cover, really, really incredibly tough, poor soil, drought, whatever. Really, really good tough plants. And they are reduced from $12.99 to $9.99.
And they contrast nice with the Bidens, actually. That blue, if you
They
look at
sure
the blue
do.
on the camera too, it looks incredible.
Yeah.
That blue and the yellow looks awesome.
Yeah, now one of the best plant deals you'll find anywhere in Victoria is they're $4.99, $4.99 for $4.99 for Dichondra repens. So $4.99 for Dichondra repens, fantastic deal.
Yeah, it's a perfect deal as part of this Growers Direct flash sale.
So here we have the Mexican rose succulent reduced from $6.99 to $4.99. So $6.99 to $4.99. These are great. You can. I was actually out doing videos and looking over people's front fences and doing little videos and knocking on doors and getting around the other day. And unfortunately, these people weren't home. But I went to one place and they'd bordered around their different garden beds. They had beautiful little borders. These make the most beautiful borders. And recently we did a video where somebody put them up between the driveway and the fence.
Yeah, it looks really good as a little border or just a ground filler.
But what I'll do is I'll show you something here. If you plant one of these and you can plant, I'll show you here. See how this is having a baby? Look, it's having a baby there like that. And this is only a baby itself and it's already having a baby. You can see the baby under there. So what the thing is with these, say you wanted a beautiful border that you never had to trim, really hassle-free. You plant these about 20 centimetres apart and they're nice and cheap, they're only $4.99. So you plant them 20 centimetres apart and they have babies and the babies have babies and before you know it you'll have a beautiful thick border of them and you'll have thousands of them. So they really multiply like crazy and they're only $4.99, so you could afford to do a border. You could like 20 of them would be $100 or just under $100. So
and you could do a massive border with that.
And if you planted 20 of them in a border, in 2 years' time, I guarantee that you'd have 464 of them.
From the multiple, you could do mathematics with that.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, if you're watching us live and you've just joined us, this is our Growers Direct flash sale. Do leave us a like. We've got the gorilla here. He's overheating inside where it's a pretty warm day in Melbourne today, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
and he's
right,
doing it just for our viewers here.
Lovely warm day, in fact. Great day to be out in a tropical shirt. A great day to be planning your
festive garden project.
Your holiday garden project. Great day for it. You should get out there and
carry the Hawaiian.
Put your straw hat on and your Hawaiian hat and maybe pour yourself a nice cold margarita and get out there and plan your summer holiday project and scan this one here and go there. There's 100 specials there and you can put your garden project together on a cheap. There's cheap weeping trees, there's ground covers, there's flowers, there's colour. You can put your garden project together real cheap at our holiday garden project sale.
That's right. Karen says finally some nice summer weather. That's true.
At last.
We'll see how long it lasts, Karen.
Now here we've got Ficus pumila. Now if you've got an ugly brick wall at the back of your back garden, we did a video on these the other day, and it's how would a person?
Oh yeah, that one is if you just it's probably easier to do it through YouTube because the search engine in YouTube's so good. But if you just do hello plants, Ficus pumila, it should show up, and it's a Ficus pumila portal. It's a big circle blue thing. And it's growing around. It looks awesome.
It's a very good example of what you can do. The Ficus, if you've got an ugly wall, an ugly brick wall, an ugly steel wall, an ugly timber wall, and you want to cover it up and make it look good, go for the Ficus pumila. And Ficus pumila, it's evergreen. And if you go look at that video, it's very, very flat. I would plant one every metre to cover up something. And these ones here, normally $15, they're at $11.99. So $11.99 for climbing Ficus pumila. It's evergreen, and the great thing about Ficus pumila is that you don't need to, with some climbers you've got to put up a trellis and it climbs on the trellis. Ficus pumila, you plant it near the wall, it can feel the wall and it'll grab hold of the wall and then it'll climb up the wall, hanging onto the wall.
Yeah, and they're not deciduous, are they, the ficus?
No, they're evergreen.
Yeah, there you go.
Now, if you've got some old hanging baskets or pots around the place, this is a beautiful evergreen, beautiful luscious evergreen. Put these in a hanging basket, green all year, beautiful, lovely foliage. Plant them in the garden, grow them as a ground cover, plant them up against the wall, cover the wall. These are a fabulous green way of covering. They look great in a pot. If you've got a patio and you want something really tough growing in a beautiful mound in a pot, plant these in a pot. Fantastic plant to have around the house. And these are Pittsburgh English ivy, beautiful fine foliage, fabulous plants, and they are only $7.99. So beautiful bushy evergreen plants for $7.99.
Beautiful cover me wall with the hedgerow English ivy on this Growers Direct flash sale happening live right now.
Now, have a smell of this. Harry the Hawaiian gorilla. Got a fabulous sense of smell. Now these, what's interesting about these, this is a ground cover that will cover a big area very, very quickly. You can cover an embankment, you can make a lawn, grow it under trees. This is a great, if you've got old gum trees and the lawn won't grow there, these are a great way to do it. So these are, and what they do is all summer long, you're going to have beautiful white fragrant flowers all summer long. So for beautiful white summer flowers all summer long, your Myoporum parvifolium, fine leaf, fast growing, tough, drought hardy, poor soil hardy. If you've got a big area to cover, this is the cheapest, fastest, best way. And the great bonus is beautiful white for 3 or 4 months of the year in the summer. You've got white fragrant flowers, beautiful fragrance in the garden. So
you get not only you get a good fragrance, you get the beautiful flowers and a lovely covering up your ground, your ugly ground that you don't want to see.
Yeah, they're really they're very tough. They're Australian native. They're really tough. They're easy to grow. Fantastic.
Can they handle a bit of pet traffic on them, or?
Yes, they can. They can handle light foot traffic, light pet traffic. And these are only they're Australian native, normally $14-15, $9.99.
There we go. DFFSG says, we love Harry the gorilla.
Yeah, Harry the Hawaiian gorilla.
All right, there you go.
Yeah.
Harry the Hawaiian gorilla today.
Yeah, and if you stay tuned, I believe we might be able to persuade him at the end of this show to do a bit of Hawaiian dancing, because he's very proficient with the Hawaiian dancing. Yeah.
All right, there you go.
He
Stick
likes
to the end, guys, if you want to see that
he learned
Hawaiian
to dance so he could pick up those hula girls. Now here we've got the Pachysandra terminalis. Now if you've got a shady spot and you want something really lush and green and beautiful in that shady corner of the garden under some trees, or maybe it's a giant 2-story south-facing house there, and it's all dark and gloomy and nothing grows there. Pachysandra grows with no sun at all, and it's lush and green. It's a beautiful sort of deep ground cover. It grows about 20 to 25 centimetres tall, really lush and green. Google and have a look at it. But if you deep shade and you want deep green, luscious and fabulous, Pachysandra, very hard to get. We've got lovely little plants for $8.99. That's a great deal. You can afford to mass plant them, which is what most people do with them.
Perfect. Check those out in the Growers Direct flash sale.
Now here we've got your blue star creeper. Now your blue star creeper, it's kind of like a green moss that has little blue flowers for 5 or 6 months of the year. And you know, a lot of nurseries, $6, $8 and $10. We've got them in 3-inch pots, nice bushy plants in 3-inch pots for $4.99. You can plant them around your pavers, plant a lawn of them, dot them through your cottage garden. Fabulous plant to have. Tough, easy to grow almost anywhere. Blue star creeper, $4.99 in a 3-inch pot.
Beautiful. All right, these are all part of our Growers Direct flash sale. Limited quantities do apply, so if you see anything you like today, make sure to snap it up online or come in store and visit us and check them out for yourself.
And here we've got white pratia. Now white pratia, it's like a fine green moss, white flowers for about 6 months of the year, great to cover an area, make a lawn with it, make a border with it, put it around the pavers. 6-inch pots, just $6.99 for white star creeper.
Yeah, reduced from $9.99. So all of these specials are really good. maybe you want to just quickly tell Chris, the viewers, why you do these sales, the Growers Direct Flash sales.
What it is I've been in the industry all my life, and the growers from time to time have something they want to move along. Sometimes I'm able to persuade them for a good deal, and what I decided to do was go out direct to the growers each week and find 100 specials every week, different specials from week to week, but find 100 specials every week to get people excited and get them out in the garden, get them to come out to Hello Hello. And really, Victoria has Australia's most vibrant and lively, one of the world's most vibrant and lively horticultural industries, and this Grow Direct Flash Sale gives you direct connection, with those fabulous, with one of the most vital. There's hundreds of nurseries in Victoria, often just little business, husband and wife, maybe one of the kids are helping out. There's lots and lots of nurseries, and they do a fantastic job, and we're helping them move along a bit of stock, and we're giving you access to fabulous deals, direct access that you don't get at your big department store.
That's absolutely right. So yeah, if you want to enjoy this sale, you can head over to our website, hellohelloplants.com.au, click on the live sales tab, and away you go.
Right, so have a look at this here. This is a beautiful green moss, fabulous luscious green moss, and anyway, and like I go down the back, and we've got a display these down the back, and I see people down there, little kids down there patting this. They just pat it because it
feels like a pet, doesn't it?
It has a special quality. We sometimes call it Zen moss. And basically, but the interesting thing about this, it's a type of flat green moss that loves the sun. So flat green moss that loves the sun, Zen moss, beautiful plant to have in the garden. And so your Zen moss is only reduced from $14.99 to $9.99. And I think you'll find it's something that's a bit hard to get, a bit expensive all around Melbourne. But we've got the best price in Melbourne, $9.99. And what's interesting is if you were to buy these ones now, like this, and water them and fertilise them through the summer, they could be this big by the end of summer. So they grow like crazy if you give them the right conditions. They like nice loose soil, good drainage, mix in a bit of potting mix when you plant them, plenty of water, plenty of fertiliser, and you can grow a little one like that into a big one like this in one summer.
Absolutely beautiful. Are the mosses slippery to walk on when wet?
What's that?
The question here from #Jay asking, are the mosses slippery to walk on when wet?
This one here not good to walk on.
Yeah, probably not good to walk on at all, is it?
Yeah, when wet or dry.
Yeah.
So, blue chalk sticks. Now, blue chalk sticks, great for a modern garden, great for a low maintenance garden, really tough and really cheap. I've seen them going for $12 and $14. These ones here, we're clearing them out for $4.99. So 6-inch pot, blue chalk sticks, $4.99.
Yep, some crazy deals today on the Growers Direct Flash Sale. That's not the only 6-inch we're seeing very cheap.
And baby's tears. Look at these big, healthy baby's tears. If you've got a hanging basket in the fernery where the ferns died, pop one of these in. It'll fill it up in a flash. So baby's tears. Plant them around the paving. These got to be out of the sun, but if you've got a shady spot where nothing much grows and you give it a little bit of water and fertiliser, baby's tears is a great way to cover up. Plant them in the fernery, plant them on that shady side of the house, put them under the veranda in the bottom of your ferns and indoor plants and things like that. Beautiful, lovely, I'll give you a close look at beautiful, lovely green moss and beautiful big plants, and they are $4.99. So add these to your cart at $4.99, fabulous value.
Lovely. Check out the baby's tears on the Growers Direct Flash Sale. Again, limited quantities do apply.
Now here we've got white thyme. So white thyme, they're just starting to flower now. Once they start flowering, they're going to flower for 3 or 4 months. Now these are beautiful and fragrant. You can put them on your pizza, even throw them into your Greek salad. They're quite edible. Let me demonstrate. Nice and tasty. But these grow flat. Put them in a hanging basket. Put them in the garden. Grow them around your paving. Put them up, put them out in the sun. Put them in the shade. Very versatile, very hardy. And this is a sort of a moss-like plant that will take some light foot traffic. So if I had a spot where I wanted to plant these, and I want to grow a bit of a lawn of them, and I wanted to have a bit of light foot traffic. This would be my choice
Really?
for light
Wow,
foot.
okay.
A nice hardy plant with a bit of light.
Beautiful.
And when you do walk over, they give off this beautiful thyme
Oh, right.
fragrance. Yeah,
That's great. Get that pizza fragrance while you're walking.
yeah.
Perfect. All right, is our Growers Direct flash sale? Sorry, we've gone a few ahead here. What do we got next, Chris?
What we got next is Chinese Star Jasmine in a 10-inch pot for $99.99. Now, these are 1 metre tall. They're a few years old, and
They look
and
great.
now you could use these. You could put them into a big pot. You put them into some of those beautiful big terracotta pots or something like that, and trim them up and grow them as a beautiful shaped evergreen with fabulous white fragrant flowers every Christmas for about 10 weeks at Christmas time. So, or you could put them on a bit of trellis and grow them on the wall and enjoy them as a beautiful, maybe near the alfresco area. You cover up that big fence near the alfresco area, put a bit of trellis up there, grow these on a beautiful evergreen sort of hedge with white fragrant flowers for 10 weeks in the summertime. Chinese Star Jasmine, beautiful plant to cover up, a beautiful plant to grow in a pot. Really, really wonderful plant to have. Evergreen, white fragrant flowers, and big ones like this. Anywhere else you pay $100. These are $59.99 and they're 1 metre tall.
That's right, they're a heavenly fragrance, especially at summertime, just wafting across the backyard. Can't go wrong with that, can ya?
Yeah. Now here we've got a beautiful thing. This is a fastigiate hornbeam.
I don't think we've had these on the sale before.
We might have once before, but anyway, right now these have been reduced from $59.99 to $49.99. Now these are a lovely tall narrow growing tree, fabulous foliage. We might give you a close-up look at that foliage. So beautiful foliage, but if you want something like capital pears are tall and skinny and popular, but they get a bit big. So if you want a tall narrow tree that does the job of a capital pear without getting too big, has lovely sort of orange and yellow autumn colour, clips beautifully. You can toporize it, you can clip it beautifully. And these ones here they're 1.5 metres tall and they're $49.99. You can't go wrong with fastigiate hornbeam, $49.99.
Beautiful.
Now here we have the Glauca pencil pine. Now Glauca pencil pines are great for growing an avenue. They're great to screen off a neighbour. If you plant them about 1 metre apart, they'll, in a couple of years they'll be up 2 or 3 metres tall, block it off the neighbours like nobody's business. But the thing is, they can be quite expensive to buy. Here we've got quite respectable looking ones, really nice looking ones, and they're only $10.99. Now they're not real big, but at $10.99 you cannot go wrong, and you'll find 2 years, 2 metres, no worries. 2 years, 2 metres, a little bit of water, a little bit of fertiliser, a little bit of weed control. They're tough, they're fast, they're easy to grow. $10.99.
Wonderful. All right, it's all part of the Growers Direct Flash Sale Live. You can purchase any of these products online right now.
Tell them about our free delivery.
We offer free delivery for orders over $300. And what else can you do? There's plenty of amazing things. You got a free garden design service.
Yep.
Just go online, actually. If you go to hellohelloplants.com.au, you can click on the garden design booking page there. We can make a booking, have Chris in front of you, get 60 years of horticultural experience at your fingertips in 20 minutes or 45 minutes.
And we could design these cheap plants into your design so that your garden doesn't have to be too expensive to put together. Like
That's
for
right.
instance, you might have some ugly neighbours that you need to screen out. And say you did have some ugly neighbours you need to screen out. These beautiful 6-inch Leighton's green cypress are only $10.99. And do you know, I've seen a person grow these 7 metres in 3 years.
Wow.
Now you can grow a beautiful hedge, you can screen off on a country property, and they've got a beautiful sort of blue-green finish that whatever colour flowers you grow in front of them, it's going to look fantastic.
That's right, and it acts as a bit of a dust filter as well, these ones.
So Leighton's green cypress, $10.99, and they're nice sized plants. Have a quick look at that.
Check out that hedge there too.
$10.99.
See that hedge up there behind you, Chris? Is that a 3-year hedge, you reckon? Or that's getting a bit too...
A bit more than 3 years, but but certainly wouldn't take you long.
Yeah.
And it would certainly, you'd form a hedge like that faster than any other conifer.
Yeah. and filters the dust, the noise, everything.
Yeah,
Perfect.
blocks
for your
out
property.
everything. Now, these have been a bit hard to get. This is a Ficus flash. It's in a 16-inch pot. It's 6 foot tall, and it is only $199.99. So $199.99. Now, your Ficus flash is probably the fastest way to block out the neighbours. We've got a great video coming out on Ficus flash soon, haven't we?
Yeah, we've got a really good video coming out this weekend. So stay tuned for that. I believe it's 12 o'clock tomorrow. It'll go live.
Right. Okay. So Ficus flash, one of the most functional, thick, bushy, fast-growing evergreen hedges around. You plant these ones here, and you'll be amazed how quick you'll block out those neighbours. And they are only $199.99 for nice big 6 foot tall Ficus flash.
Beautiful, and if you want to re-watch this live after we're done here, it'll be published to our YouTube channel. Just search Hello Hello Plants. At after 2 o'clock, it should be up, published, ready to view.
Yeah, Nandinas are great for mass planting. They give you those beautiful reds and sort of mauves and burgundy colours in the winter time. They grow about 45 centimetres tall and 45 centimetres wide, and they're great for mass planting. People do borders with them, they do hedges with them, they mass plant whole big areas of them, and you can afford to mass plant. We've got decent sized plants here for $4.99, and then you've got your dwarf Nandina for only $4.99. There's your dwarf Nandina here, and they're the dwarf Nandinas are the ones that have the reddest colour in the winter. So Nandina is great for red colour in late autumn, winter and early spring. So beautiful. And you've got your Moon Bay Nandina with a sort of a more modern texture, and then you've got your dwarf Nandina.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful autumn colour and winter colour as well. That dark, deep sort of red colours you get there.
Now here we've got beautiful 6-inch Lombardy poplars, and they are beautiful 6-inch Lombardy poplars are just $10.99. So $10.99 for beautiful 6-inch Lombardy poplars. Now these are trees that really look great in the Australian environment. They shoot up, they're lovely tall narrow trees, fabulous golden autumn colour, and they're kind of a real Aussie country classic. So if you've got a country property and you wanted to get that real, and if you want some fast action, if you put these in and watered and fertilised them and get the grass and weeds away from the bottom of them, I reckon in 3 years you can have a 5 metre fabulous tall narrow tree, and they're not expensive. We reduce them from $14.99 down to $10.99.
Beautiful, perfect for lining that country property driveway as well.
Yeah. Now here we've got cherry laurels. Now cherry laurels, really great evergreen. They're what I call a grand hedge. We've done one of our most successful videos was done up in Emerald, and it was a grand hedge, a big tall hedge actually.
Of cherry laurel.
Yeah, and you could grow a 3 or 4 metre hedge in these in 3 or 4 years. They're fast growing evergreen, but the main reason why people buy them is that if you live up in the sort of higher country at the back of, up Macedon Way and that, a lot of your hedging plants, a lot of your ficuses and lily pillies will be badly affected by frost. This cherry laurel here is frost hardy. You even, when you watch that show Escape to the Country where they're going out looking at English property, you see them everywhere there, and frost there would be -15 or -16, and this is an evergreen that can take really hard frost. It's fast growing, it's tough, and it makes beautiful hedges. So Prunus cherry laurel, and they're 3-inch pots, and they're $7.99, which is a really decent plant for $7.99. Look at that plant there, a really nice decent plant for $7.99.
Yeah, hashtag Jay says, can you use the cherry laurel instead of a fence?
Yes, you can. A nice thick hedge of that to make a beautiful fence.
Make a wall. You can make a wall out of it, couldn't you?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Now here we have a capital pear in a 13-inch pot for $89.99. So $89.99 for a capital pear in a 13-inch pot. And it's 2 metres tall, lovely healthy plant at only $89.99.
All right, beautiful. Check that out. It's a nice big specimen. You can have an advanced tree in no time with that one.
And here we have a Cleveland. Now Cleveland your capitals grow tall and skinny. Your Cleveland has a fat bottom going up to a pointy top. And your Cleveland has beautiful white blossom in spring, fabulous autumn colour in the autumn. It's fast, it's tough, and it's very, very wind hardy. If you're in a bit of a windy spot and you want to grow a pear avenue, it's hard to beat a Cleveland ornamental pear. In fact, Cleveland ornamental pears are the #1 selling ornamental pear in the world. They go under different names in different countries like Chanticleer and various different names, but this is the #1 on the planet, and it is reduced from $139.99 to $89.99. It's almost 8 foot tall. It's almost 8 foot tall and $89.99.
Yeah, fantastic value, and we only have a limited quantity at that price, so if you do want to get those, do need to be quick.
Now, if you want a beautiful, hardy, relatively fast-growing oak tree, you might be looking for a pin oak. If you want an oak tree that'll grow in a bit of hard, wet soil and a bit swampy, it's your pin oak. Your pin oak is a Portuguese swamp oak. It grows under quite difficult conditions. It grows tall and fairly narrow, has a beautiful sort of heavily cut leaf, and fantastic autumn colour. Burgundies, reds, yellows, oranges, fabulous autumn colour, and that is your pin oak. And these ones here are just reduced from $34.99 to $29.99. Pin oaks can be hard to get. At $24.99, these are great value. So $24.99 for a 7-inch pin oak.
Yep, Sam is asking, do you have 3-foot standard iceberg roses available?
Yes, we do. $39.99.
There you go, Sam.
Right, so here we've got the Salix Nishiki Willow. Now this one has beautiful pink. You want to go to have a look, pink and white, fabulous, colourful new growth. Very, very hardy, and it's a willow. It's a willow, but it's a shrub willow, so it doesn't grow too big. So it's a shrub willow, it doesn't grow too big. Nishiki willow, just $14.99.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful spring colours, and they shape up really nicely as well. Jody James says, heading in now, I just lost my whole order for a 6-metre shade planter and some of your sale items. Not sure what that means. Maybe was it our website?
Don't
Maybe
know.
let us know. Anyway, they're coming in to handle the situation.
Yeah, it's great. We'll help out.
We'll help you out.
Yeah, maybe they overloaded their cart on the internet
and it couldn't handle
and it collapsed. Yeah, yeah, because there's so many bargains that you could easily overload your cart on the internet.
It glitched out the website by getting too many bargains.
So here we've got an evergreen hydrangea, and now most hydrangeas are selling for $30-40. This is $19.99. It has beautiful blue flowers, and if you don't like the fact that most hydrangeas lose their leaves, you'll love your evergreen hydrangea because it keeps its leaves all year round. So evergreen hydrangea, $19.99.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful. Do you have star fruit for this season, Chris?
Star fruit?
Yeah.
No, but I'm sure we can get them in. Now what we've got here is we've got hydrangea blueberries and cream. Now have a look at this beautiful, you can see it on this flower here particularly. Look at this beautiful blueberry pattern there. Really interesting blueberry pattern. So you've got this beautiful blueberry pattern, and it's called blueberries and cream. And the cream, I guess, is those little white dots in there. And blueberries and cream, and it's reduced from $49.99 to $46.99. A really unusual hydrangea for $46.99.
Yeah, Geordie James has come back to us saying, yep, got logged out, lol, from the website.
Now look at this here, give them a good look at that. That Miss Sayori, this could be the most beautiful hydrangea that you can get. And we've got lots of those in at the moment. They've got a beautiful burgundy leaf. Show them the leaf on this one here. They've got a beautiful burgundy leaf and amazing red and white flowers. I'll just show you that leaf there. Look at that leaf. And so Miss Sayori, this is a real favourite of mine. I think if you want to really enjoy your hydrangea, you go for a Miss Sayori. So Miss Sayori, beautiful hydrangea.
Yeah, incredible colours.
And these are only $39.99. So $39.99 for a beautiful Miss Sayori.
That's right, one of the best in town on those hydrangeas in our festive garden specials.
Now here we've got, that's this one here is pink and blue sunset, and this is a beautiful sort of soft colouring. and it's a relatively small grow. If you wanted a fairly compact hydrangea, and it comes in soft pink or blue depending on how you look after it, and it is reduced from $49.99 to $39.99 for a pink blue sunset.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful colours on that one.
Now here we've got microfiller pink. Now give them a good look at that pink. Just drink that pink up. It's a beautiful colour. Look at that there. Now if you love hydrangeas, if you were to come down here this weekend, you can see 32 different varieties of hydrangea. 32 different hydrangeas. So if you love hydrangeas...
That'd be more than Manning's Warehouse, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's right. If you love hydrangeas, you'll love Hello, 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 because we love hydrangeas too. And we've got 32 different varieties and probably about 2,000 hydrangeas in stock today.
Wow, that's a lot. All right, if you stick to the end, you're going to see Harry the gorilla doing a Hawaiian dance.
Yeah. Now here we've got a beautiful red hydrangea. Have a look at this. Beautiful red hydrangea. And this hydrangea red reduced from $49.99 to $39.99. But if you want to see, if you love hydrangeas, come down to Hello Hello and see 32 different varieties of hydrangeas on display and on sale now. Now here we've got Acacia Limelight. Now this is a standard acacia. This is going to go to a beautiful green ball. It's going to hang down a little bit. Most nurseries are sold out of these. They've got none in stock. We've got them $119.99. $119.99. It's time to get yourself a nice limelight, standard. $119.99. You can't go wrong.
Yeah, lovely. Now, do you think Harry the gorilla needs to rest before he does his big Hawaiian dance at the end of this live?
That's not a bad idea.
Go get some cool off for a bit, Harry, and we'll get you back for the end. Right, so here we've got Brachyton?
Yeah, Bella Pink, Brachychiton Bella Pink. Now, if you love the Illawarra flame tree, this is the pink Illawarra flame tree, and the flowers sort of hang like a beautiful chandelier. It's a rare grafted one. If you hunted around Melbourne, you'd have trouble buying one of these for under $100. We've got them well under $100. We've got them for $39.99 for a fabulous Bella Pink flame tree.
Beautiful. Only on our Growers Direct Flash Sale.
A red, this is called Gerildery Red, and these are just $39.99. And this is a grafted rare. It has an amazing bloom on it, much different to the normal Illawarra flame tree. It's a grafted one, Gerildery Red, beautiful, beautiful Illawarra tree, but it's not an Illawarra flame. It's a Gerildery Red, and it's just $39.99.
Yeah, very nice indeed. Those reds are beautiful too on that one.
Now what we have here is your native leek. Now your native leek has a big show of yellow flowers, lovely lush green foliage, and these are great to pop into your native garden to give it that authentic bush feel. And so native leek or bulbine lily, fabulous yellow flowers for 3 or 4 months of the year, lovely lush bright green foliage, adds a new texture, a new look to your garden. And normally they're $16 each, but we've got them for $8.99 for your bulbine native leek. Now here we've got a Callistemon Red Rocket in an 8-inch pot. Now this is one of your fancy varieties. Normally it costs you about $26.99. We've got these for $19.99. Now these have red new growth and red flowers, so these just really pump a bit of red colour into your garden. Now these are perfect. If you want to grow a really nice bushy hedge, say a couple of metres tall, this one here would be a fabulous one. If you want to grow something in a spot where the soil's not good, where it's a bit dry, where it's hot, it's not so good, this is a really tough, and it's lush green foliage with bright red tips and bright red colour, so really put a bit of colour and make a beautiful tough native hedge or screen. And these are just $19.99.
Yeah, head over to hellohelloplants.com.au and click on the live sales tab to take advantage of these incredible deals.
Now here we have your yellow buttons, and this is your compact yellow buttons. It doesn't go too big. Now I love these because they've got beautiful silver grey foliage, and they've got these lovely little yellow dotty buttons on them for all of the year. So silver and grey foliage, little yellow dotty buttons, add some real colour. We did a lovely video on these the other day where a person had done a beautiful cottage garden, had a lovely sort of timber cottage. They had one of those emu fences that you could see through, and then along the front of the fence, between the fence and the footpath, they'd planted a border of these, and they were absolutely fabulous.
Yeah, I think that's going to be one of our most popular videos.
Really?
I think it will. It hasn't gone out yet, but I think it will do well.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to see how that one goes. It really shows what you can do with the yellow buttons.
Just the sea of the yellow buttons in that video, it's incredible.
Now here we've got white correas in a 6-inch pot, and they are just $9.99. So $9.99 white correa in a 6-inch pot. Take a look at these, absolutely fabulous. Look at that there. White correa in a 6-inch pot, just $9.99. Now white correa can be clipped into shapes and balls, like you're seeing one shaped up beautifully there. Lovely white flower, sort of silvery greyish foliage, grow almost anywhere, and it's one of the bigger correas, so you can grow them up like this sort of height, no worries. Trim them up, they look beautiful, trimmed up as a hedge, trimmed up as a ball. Very versatile, very, very good. And your white correa is just $9.99. Most places you can pay $15-16 for these. We've got them in a 6-inch pot for $9.99.
Yeah, now thank you to all of you who've joined us, liking this live, sharing it, helps others discover this live. You can do that right now if you've enjoyed this live today, and we're going to have a bit of a Hawaiian dance-off at the end.
Right, okay, now here we've got Grevillea Molly. Now Grevillea Molly, I've got to give you a close-up look at these flowers. Look at these flowers here, it's a beautiful flower, and it flowers for months and months and months. It's got really, and also you'll notice while you look at the flower, have a look at that foliage, beautiful foliage, and this is a nice thick bushy one, great for a hedge or a screen. But beautiful flowers, clips up nicely, doesn't grow too big, but it's a really fabulous colour. And these would normally be perhaps $40 or $50 each because they're a rare grafted grevillea, not normally available on the market, only available as a super rare oddity. And we've got the Grevillea Molly here for $17.99. So $17.99 for the Grevillea Molly. Now here we've got yellow buttons. Now yellow buttons would be one of the most popular native plants. Every week people go, where's your yellow buttons?
This is the billy buttons, isn't it?
Billy buttons, sorry,
Yeah.
billy buttons. So billy buttons, these are beautiful, healthy billy buttons, and they're not expensive. They are only $11.99. So have a look at that there. Billy buttons, hard to get. We've got lots of them for $11.99. They look great mass planted, so I would get into those and get a couple of them and get them mass planted and make a beautiful crop of billy buttons for $11.99.
Yeah, the flowers on those look incredible actually, they're like the perfect ball. Alright, join us to the end. Harry the Gorilla's back. He's going to do a bit of a dance for you to as a treat for you guys.
Scavola Bondi White for $11.99. This is a native ground cover. It flowers for 4 or 5 months of the year, flowers for months and months and months, lovely lush green foliage, really hardy, beautiful thing to pop here and there in amongst your native garden, even amongst your, even if your European style cottage garden. It's a great addition because it flowers for a long time, it's hardy, it's low, it's a beautiful ground cover. Scavola Bondi White, just $11.99. And then here we've got Thryptomene FC Payne in a 6-inch pot, and these are just $9.99. Now these have beautiful, if you plant these now, you'll have quite a decent bush by the winter, and that bush will come into flower a couple of weeks into winter, and it'll flower through to the middle of spring, about 4 or 5 months of flowers, and it will give off the most heavenly fragrance. So for heavenly fragrance, go for your Thryptomene FC Payne, just $9.99. Now I reckon what we need to do is we need to finish off with an orgy of colour.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's check out the petunias, the bidens.
There's petunias, bidens. Give me some colour.
And then show us some of the freebies
about,
you get as well.
We'll talk about colour. Yeah, give me some different cuts, some wildly different coloured petunias. And so here it is. Oh wow, look at that. Look at that. Look at this for some colour. Now, we're saying we've got colour, and it's an actual orgy of colour.
Yeah, don't say that word too many times, you might get cancelled on one of the platforms.
Right, okay, so there we are.
Let's make your perfect.
Look at this colour here. And now these are in baskets, but you put the baskets into pots. These ones here, they are just $5.99, and all these baskets that you see here are $19.99. Look at that for $19.99. Look at that, fabulous, $19.99. So if you're wanting to colour up your place, you grab a couple $100, you come down here and have a mountain of colour. A mountain of colour, your place could look absolutely fabulous. Look at this beautiful blue petunia. Oh, look, that's heavenly, that blue there. Look at that there. And this one here is called Blue Sky. So lavender sky, beautiful blue one. And look at this one here, $5.99. So get down here and get your place coloured up for the festive season.
That's
and
right.
you'll be entertaining in a mountain of colour.
That's right. It's actually the best time for getting colour in your garden. Like
Yeah.
right now, just before Christmas. That's why we're calling it the Festive Garden Sale. It is the holiday or your holiday garden project. Georgie says, I love Billy Buttons. And then, Georgia. And Georgia says the pink and yellow. Just a few comments there. A nice fan flower. I think she might be talking about the scabiola there, the white one. But we've got heaps of awesome colour. You can also get a free cherry tomato when you come in with any purchase.
You can come down here and buy a $5.99 Biden's, and we'll chuck in one of these cherry tomatoes, which normally sell for $6, and they're about to start fruiting. So if you thought that you were too late to plant tomatoes this year, come down here, buy something, and we'll chuck in this fabulous cherry tomato for you for free. So for a free cherry tomato when you come down here, amazing.
Now, if you thought Harry the Gorilla wasn't punished enough, we are going to take it to the next level with the Hawaiian dance. What do you reckon, Chris?
Yep.
All right, so then after this, Harry needs to be popped back in his cage, isn't it?
That's right, yes.
All right, well, hopefully you can hear. We don't have a speaker this week, so we're going to be playing it through the phone's speaker, but hopefully you can hear and have a little Hawaiian jig. I haven't quality checked this song. I don't really know if it's any good. Let's have a listen.
He aina nani ke ku ne I kala na mauna kie ke kai pa kolu ua alohi lohi ka iliwai makapali he ho okani ka makani I ka pu'uvai. This is the land that lives in my heart. Ua ulu kana hele I ka uhiwai. Na pua ala hoala I ka mano e ka he ana ke ka Hawaii.
Harry the Hawaiian Gorilla, direct from Hawaii.
Let's give it up for Harry,
With
guys.
authentic Hawaiian dancing.
Fantastic. All right, round of applause. Leanne says, poor Harry. And then Leanne says, love the price of Nandinas. Any specials on the lemon and lime Nandinas, Chris?
Not really.
No, not
The
unfortunately.
special is that we've got them. They're hard to get. We've got hundreds of them out there.
That is the special, that's
Yeah,
right.
the
Well,
special, it is special because we've got them. If you wanted 10 or 15 or 20 of the lemon lime Nandinas, we've got them in stock.
beautiful. Well, look, thank you to everyone who joined us. And if you're still watching us right now, just smash that like button before we turn this live off. It helps others find this live after it goes, after it publishes. We do appreciate you being here, and thank you to all the comments. Just smash the like button right now. Hit subscribe. Go hardcore on the that like button. Thank you to Harry, the Hawaiian, and Chris, the holiday Hawaiian expert here. And we'll have a new Growers Direct flash sale next Friday, just before Christmas.
Yeah, and I want to
Anything
thank
else you want to add?
thank all my staff. Who it takes half a dozen people, a couple of days hard work to put this whole sale together. So thank you. We've had a great sale. We've done really, really well today. So thanks for your help.
All right, thanks everyone.